So with the responsibility, you get benefits.
Yeah.
And so she gave up both.
And your responsibility is to be a good family member to your whole family.
Well, not only that, she gave it up for her own lineage, right? Like her kids are not considered royalty. Do you feel like it's a selfish one?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she gave it up for love, to be with somebody that wasn't in the royal family. Do I think it's selfish? Yes, I do think it's selfish. Do I think there's anything wrong with it? Absolutely not.
So what if it was her brother?
Welcome back to We Time Convo.
I'm Debbie.
And this is Liza. Today we're talking about Princess Mako. Yes, the Japanese royal who gave up her title for love.
We'll get into her story, the media pressure, and what it says about women, tradition, and freedom. Good morning.
I walked in and I saw that Irene started feeding us again.
I know, I see.
And I already scarfed down one of these egg bites.
I have not yet, but I probably will.
It's pretty good.
She's always great. She's such a great hostess.
She is. Always makes everyone feel at home, even our guests. But I'm so fucking tired.
What's going on? How come you're so tired? Like more tired than normal?
Yes. I think we say that every week. They're like, I think whoever listens like, what else is new? But I just finished my midterms at school.
Yay!
So I'm halfway done.
Yes. And is this the first midterm since you started, or?
Yes.
And how was it?
It's different from when I went in my 20s, right? Because I kind of felt like I was forced to go.
I was just going to say, how is it different now compared to back then?
Now that I'm going because I simply just want to go back and I want to get my degree for no other reason, just to get a degree. I'm very hard on myself because 20-year-old me would be like, I'd be good with a passing grade. Give me a C. I will, get by with minimal effort. But now I'm like, no, I want the A. I'm pushing for the A.
Wow.
Political science is like my worst subject ever.
Okay.
I didn't do very well in my midterm, so I brought my grade down to like a high B, like 88%. I was like...
Which kills you.
Yeah. I was like, no, this is not going to happen again. So I'm going to just study harder. All my other classes, I have an A. It's great.
Look at you, Liza.
Yeah. So I'm just tired because I go to work at a school.
Yes.
I go home, I do schoolwork. So like I can never get away from school. Yeah. So and then if I'm not doing that, I'm doing mom things. I'm helping Violet with her homework. I'm helping Ava fill out college applications. So I'm tired.
So do you feel that studying as you're older, and like you said, it's a want, is it harder just because you just have to find time?
That and the way that I study is different than how kids study nowadays, right? Like they take notes, they copy and paste onto a document and they read that way. No, I need to write down all my notes because that's just how I compute everything. Everything. And that's how I take in everything in my mind. I have to sit there and I have to, write out my notes. So and that takes like 3 times as long as someone that is tech savvy,
So can I tell you, it's interesting that you're bringing up school. So yesterday, Vanessa interviewed me for one of her classes as the topic was Asian American studies was what she's doing. So she interviewed me and, it was good. And she had to do a paper and then she had to do a video of her interview. And she was so stressed out because she had a vision of what she wanted to do and it had to be 5 minutes. And I'm like, we just had an interview. She's like, yes, I know the subject. We talked about it, but it was her, like she needed to put her mindset in regards to having this video and talking through the video. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so easy. She was like, she struggled. She really struggled. And I feel like if you were older, it probably wouldn't have been a big struggle because, as you know, we talk, do
you think being on this podcast actually helped?
I think it helps, but I also think that, just experience, right? And I have to remind myself she's not as experienced as you or me in regards to just having that type of communication. Because I would say if I was younger, I could see how it could be daunting. But now that you're older, you kind of, and don't get me wrong, I still get nervous, but you just realize that through experience and practice. And that's the only way you're going to do it. Right. Yeah. If you can recall the first time we started our podcast, I was like, what do we talk about and how do we talk? And like, and now it just kind of seems pretty natural.
Yeah.
So practice, I definitely think makes perfect. But speaking of your midterms, I'm so proud of you that you decided to go back, because you don't have to.
No.
That's the thing, right? It's like nobody's asking you, like, for example, it's not required at work, and it really is a fulfillment that you have. And I feel like that's amazing to like invest in yourself that way.
Yeah. Thanks, Debbie. Well, and I'm also taking a public speaking class, and it's actually, I thought I would hate it. It's one of my favorite classes. And I think that I do so well because of the podcast.
There you go.
So it's great. Well, thank you, Debbie. I'm just in a point in my life where I just want to put more into myself, and I love learning. I'm like learning so much every day, and I'm so excited about learning different things. And so it's great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think also it's a great opportunity. I think that you're showing your girls to say like, hey, it doesn't stop, right? Like learning can always be continuous. And I think it's interesting because the last time you and I talked, you had talked about credits never expiring. And so I'm like, you know what? I think I need to go check again, all for myself. Like, oh, I was so close to getting myself an English degree and I never pursued it. Maybe that's something that I'll take a look at, but I need to make time.
Yeah, it's finding the time. Because if you're working full time, if you're a mom, it's so hard because every single minute that I have, I am either reading something, I'm taking notes, I'm thinking about, my essay, my final, and really, I don't really have time for myself or even to just breathe. But I think about it, I'm like, fuck, like when we have a break, like I'll have a quick break during the winter. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do?
Yeah.
And like, it's going to be so nice.
What's interesting is how busy you can actually keep yourself.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Right. Like I think a lot of people say, oh, I don't have time, but actually there's so much time wasted. Social media is good and bad, right? Like you learn a lot through social media, but it also gets you kind of stuck. You're probably learning stuff that maybe isn't adding any value into your life.
I just don't have time to watch my shows anymore. And it's like, I used to watch so much crappy shows. And I hear people talk about it at work. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I just don't have time to watch it.
Oh, speaking of, I just finished watching Penny Dreadful on Prime Plus. Oh, I don't know if you've ever. Good? It's good. Well, I like, it's like a goth horror.
Okay.
And Josh Hartnett is in it. And I don't know if you remember Josh.
Yes,
Josh Hartnett.
Of course I remember. He was like the 90s, right? Like a heartthrob.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. Is it 90s? Like, are we dating ourselves right now?
Yeah.
But he is in the series. It's mystical horror goth type of series. It's only 3 seasons.
Okay. If
you like that kind of stuff, if you like vampires and that type of storyline, I definitely think, and the acting is great. They have great actors.
So do they close out the series after the 3rd season or?
After the season, yes, because the main character, her name is Vanessa Ives. Mm-hmm. They close it out with her. Okay. I'm not going to spoil it, but I got stuck on it. Oh, God. And I love the characters. I love the different storylines in it. If you like that stuff, watch it and you and I can talk about it, because there's this one, like I was like, oh, okay. And then there was one specific message on it that like struck me. That like really struck me, and I feel like I want to talk to you about it.
Okay, I need to watch it. So I actually, speaking of Amazon Prime, I watched the series. It's called The Girlfriend on Amazon Prime.
Okay. No.
Okay. So it's with the actor. I'm going to try to remember the actress's name, but she plays Jenny in Forrest Gump. I think her name is Robin
Wright
Penn. So she plays the mom. She has a son. He has an English accent. I don't know why.
Oh, I think I saw like trailers on this.
Yes. And the girlfriend, I need to pull up her name. Let me pull up her name, because she's in that show Psycho, or is it Psycho? or Bates Motel. Did you ever watch Bates Motel?
No, I did not. But I think I watched this where it's a pretty intense storyline.
Yeah. So first of all, the mom and the son have some unhealthy, weird relationship going on. It's very like you can totally tell she's obsessed with her son.
Okay.
He comes home with this girlfriend, or he brings home this girlfriend that he meets, and of course she's just has this bad feeling, right?
She does as a mom.
Yeah, she has a bad feeling, and she thinks this girlfriend's like lying about who she is or whatever. And I don't want to give too much away, but I love it because, so the girlfriend's name is Olivia Cooke. I'm sure if you see her, you're like, okay, I've seen her in some movies. Younger actress. But I love it because it has both of their perspectives. It will switch from the mom's perspective of her, and then it will switch over to the girlfriend's perspective of the mom. Okay. And it's like two different things. I don't know. I don't want to give too much away, but it's like really well put together, and it really, from the beginning, from the first episode, it's only one season, but from the first episode, you're like, damn, like, okay, who's the villain in this? Is it the mom or is it the girlfriend? Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I know who she is. She plays in House of Dragons.
Oh, so I don't see that show, but is she on there?
She is on there.
She a main character?
She's a main character in House of Dragons.
See, that's another show that I need to watch because I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan.
Yes.
And I keep hearing that it's really good.
I like that kind of stuff, right? So I enjoy watching it. Yes. Okay. So I got to put my girlfriend or the girlfriend
that's really
on.
Good.
I'll watch that, and then you see if you can get into Penny Dreadful.
Penny Dreadful. Okay. I usually don't like stuff like that, but I mean, I watch Twilight, so if I can get through Twilight. Because you said you watched Vampire Diaries, right?
Oh, yes. Okay. Vampire Diaries, the originals, Twilight. I love that.
You love all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm open to watching anything. Now it's like, okay, I need to find the time to watch it. But Penny Dreadful, I'm definitely going to check out. So what were we going to talk about today?
We're supposed to talk about...
Princess Mako.
Yes.
AKA, they call her Princess Incognito.
Yes. So give the backstory on this.
Okay. So sources are from gqindia.com and townandcountrymag.com. I don't know. How does Irene find this stuff?
She just reads a lot, I think.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. So Princess Mako, she is a Japanese royal. She's 30 years old. She is the eldest of Emperor Emeritus Akihito and Empress Michiko. So she's the oldest of 3 kids in her family.
Or is it all girls or?
So there's one son and a girl.
Okay.
So obviously the throne goes to the son.
Okay.
Just because that's just how it is.
Passed down.
Yeah. In Japanese royalty. So this whole thing with Princess Mako is that she actually had to give up her place as a princess because she chose to marry a commoner. The person that she chose to marry is not in a royal family.
Yes.
But the thing is, I also read is that females can't do that are in royalty, but males can.
What do you mean? Marry outside of royalty.
Males can marry outside of royalty and still keep their position on the throne.
Yeah. Okay.
So she marries this guy who is a commoner or normal person that's not in royalty. She gives up her status of being a princess, decides to move to New York, and they live a quiet life.
Okay.
Nobody knows who they are. She, goes out to the store in street clothes, and that's her life right there.
Well, number one, there's a lot of, when I say a lot, I mean, there is royalty. And would you even know if a royal walked past you, if it wasn't like Prince Harry or
Meghan Markle?
No. You wouldn't, right? I mean, I think in general, us common folks probably would not recognize royalty if they walked past us.
Especially if they're not from here, right? Like there's princesses in, I don't know, Spain. Do they have, I don't know where the fuck they have royalty anywhere, but the fact that she is not in Japan, because I'm sure they would know who she is in Japan because that's what they talk about all the time.
Sure.
But the fact that she just moved away and was like, I'm giving this all up. And she didn't even, I think when she got married with her husband, she didn't even accept the dowry, which was like almost $2 million.
So she just lives off her earnings and his earnings?
Yes, it didn't mention what she does in New York, if she even has a job. They just had a baby, but I do know that her husband is a lawyer.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. And he's not from that type of lineage. She met him like what?
In college.
In college.
When they went to university in 2012. 2012.
Got it.
And they were actually engaged for 4 years because they had found out that his mom was in so much debt that I guess they were like, nope, you're not allowed to marry until this is all cleared.
Oh, shoot.
So, the son worked his ass off and paid off the mom's debt, and then they were able to get married. But I mean, I think that was a whole scandal in itself in Japan, was that the mom had debt, and oh my God, like.
So what do you think about this?
I feel like there's so much more going on in the background with her family and that life, that she wants to get away from it all, that they don't talk about in these articles.
Yeah, it can't be just a simple love affair.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
But again, I don't live her life. I'm not in the spotlight. I'm not. So if you were to ask me, like, would you do this? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. Like, I don't. My business is my business. I don't want anybody knowing. I don't want to be bothered with. But I don't know. If you ask me now, I'd be like, fuck yeah. Like, people, I'm going to let it be known that I'm a princess. Like, treat me like a princess. Like, I have debt. Like, I'm not treated like royalty here. But if you were to just give it to me and be like, do you want to be a princess? Like, yeah, of course. Like,
I wonder what that means, being a princess in this day and age.
I guess it just comes down to your family lineage, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything else but like who your grandparents are.
No, but I mean, like, obviously your job is to represent your country.
Yeah.
And you have responsibilities, and you go to balls, and you go, like, you do all of these things, right?
You basically just have to like not disappoint your family or not make you look bad, because really you don't really have any responsibility unless you're a queen or a king.
No, I think you do. I think even if you're not like a king or a queen, I think if you're part of a royal family, you have a responsibility.
Like humanitarian stuff.
Yes.
Like, yeah, basically you just have to make your family look good, and you have to stay away from scandal.
Well, and your views have to be censored. Yeah. Like, you have, like, because you can't have like your family thinking this and then you're thinking that, and it clashes. So I would imagine there's conformity of like, well, this is what our family stands for. This is what we represent. This is like, whether you agree or disagree, this is what you need to support. I don't know. Do you think that's an American way?
I do feel like, now that you say it, it's a job in itself. But I mean, once the son was born, she really has nowhere to move up in that throne other than just to be a princess.
Yeah, but you're giving up like a life. I mean, yes, you have responsibility. Like, well, you have people who, I mean, I'm sure from a financial standpoint, you're pretty taken care of.
Yeah.
I would imagine it carries weight when you want to do something. I would imagine, like, there's benefits, obviously, of being part of a royal, and there's also a heavy lift of responsibility. So there, with the responsibility, you get benefits.
Yeah.
And so she gave up both.
And your responsibility is to be a good family member to your whole family.
Well, not only that, she gave it up for her own lineage, right? Like, her kids are not considered royalty. Do you feel like it's a selfish one?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she gave it up for love, to be with somebody that wasn't in the royal family. Do I think it's selfish? Yes, I do think it's selfish. Do I think there's anything wrong with it? Absolutely not.
So what if it was her brother
that wanted to,
like, marry a commoner?
Well, I mean, by law, he still can keep his throne.
So do you think that's fair?
No, absolutely not. But I guess that's just how it is, right?
Yeah.
That's just how royal, I don't know, history is. It can't be changed. It can't be.
Well, I looked it up, and it sounds like male only succession, and it was an imperial house law of 1947 that basically says only male descendants in the male line of the imperial family can inherit the throne. Sounds to me that it was very recent that they officially made it a male-only succession. Yeah. 1947, that's not too long ago.
Yeah.
And so women born into the family lose their imperial status when they marry outside of the family. Yeah. So that sounds like just very recently that they've implemented that as a law. And it says that even if there isn't an eldest son, then if there are no sons, it moves to the next male relative, which is the king's brother, uncle, or nephew, or uncle.
Wow. That is, so if they all keep having girls, eventually we'll just die. Am I right?
No. It would go to the next male heir.
And then his family. Kids. And,
yeah.
Wow. I need to read up more on that. I don't know, and I wonder, is that the same for British royalty?
So right now it says that it's public debate in Japan about whether to allow women or marital lineage descendants to inherit the throne, but no legal change has been made yet.
Yeah.
Legally, I guess they could change it. They just have not.
Well, what is your opinion on this? Because you asked me when we were talking about it this morning, you're like, no, I would never go incognito.
I mean, she definitely changed course, and I definitely think it's a selfish choice. But again, I don't know all the facts, right? I mean, all we know is it's a love story. But if it's truly for love, I probably wouldn't do it, because I'm thinking about
yourself.
Well, my family, my future, my future kids. Love is not everything. That's how I look at it. To me, love is not everything.
Yeah.
So if she placed her hat on this all for love,
which sounds like that's what it was.
That's just, it doesn't resonate with me, because that wouldn't.
What if it didn't have anything to do with love? What if she just wanted an out?
And I get that. That's what I'm saying.
So sick of,
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's anything outside of, if I don't know all the facts, but if her decision was purely because I love this guy and so I'm willing to give everything up, then so be it. That probably wouldn't be me.
Yeah.
That's just not how I view things.
I would think otherwise, but that's because I'm fucking single and never been married, and I'm a true romantic at heart. And I'm like, oh, it's like a Cinderella story, right?
Well, I mean, I'll give you an example. I'm lucky because my parents, they let me be, but I have friends who have arranged marriages, and at first I was like, oh, that's so strange. Why would you do that? Now that I have a kid, I can definitely see the reason why you would do that. Mm-hmm. Not to say that I would do that, but I'm just saying I can definitely understand why arranged marriages work.
So they can have a type of life that you want them to have.
Well, because then you're picking kind of people who have maybe, in my mind, your child pretty well, and you have certain values and you can help with that, right? Your kid better than probably anybody else. And so if you have the best interest for your kids, you'll probably pick a pretty good mate for them.
Yeah.
I would imagine. Part of it is I also, at first I'm like, oh, arranged marriages, that just doesn't sound right, sit right. But I've met people who have, and they're quite happy with their significant other because they come from very similar principles, similar background. They
were raised a specific way.
They don't necessarily fight about stuff that, that is trivial, because these are, they fight over different stuff. But it works. If you ask Tammy would be all for it. If we could pick the significant other for our kids, I think we would definitely do that.
Yeah.
But obviously we won't do that. But I can definitely see the benefit of doing that.
Right. And I also think that it's also a culture thing. I feel like in Japanese culture, mm-hmm. they don't really want to talk about or want scandal or drama out there like the British royal family. Mm-hmm. They're all for it. Everybody, even in America, knows their drama. Everybody loves it. It's freaking on every news thing. You don't hear about mm-hmm. Japanese royalty mm-hmm. like we do, and they like to kind of sweep things under the rug, right?
They have a different perspective of what should be in the news, for sure. But I mean, going back to the law of, I mean, it seems very archaic that it would just be passed down to males. It would be hopefully changed in this day and age. You would imagine that it should be able to be passed down.
And it makes you wonder too, right? If they didn't have that law and she could be a queen and could run her country, if she would still do this for love, or if she would still keep her status, right?
Well, I'm just taking a look at it. It's so in 2013, both sons and daughters are treated equally in the British law of being able to do that.
And you know, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, they left, you know, royalty, but I mean, they still don't have privacy. You know, they can't be like Princess Mako and just move up and go to New York and hope that nobody, you know, notices you.
I mean, yeah, like I said, outside of like, we would recognize them, but to your point, a lot of the royals we would just not recognize on a day to day if we were passed by.
Yeah. Like the Princess of Cambodia just walked by me. I don't fucking know who she is. Like, she ate, you know, at McDonald's right next to me. Like, who
you
knows?
would not know.
And, you know, and the article says that, like, you know, where Princess Mako lives. Are we even allowed to call her princess? Does she still own that name title? But I don't know. It was on the article that people in the neighborhood, like, they know that there's a princess that lives there. They just don't know who it is. So it could, you know, it could be anybody.
Yeah. But I think if you were to be if you wanted to be treated just kind of a quote unquote commoner, America's the great place to go.
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great place to go because I think for us, we just,
unless
our culture,
you're British royalty.
Like I have people from LA and they hang out in these places in LA and they'll see celebrities and they're not fawning. Like, I think it just depends. Like some people are just immune to celebrities unless you're like Taylor Swift type enigma.
Yeah.
So, but you know, good for her. Good for her. I mean, it sounds like she's moving forward. She just recently had a child. Mm-hmm. I would imagine that it'll be interesting what she gave up outside of her title.
Yeah. And it seems to me that she still has a relationship with her family, that she still sees them. It's no animosity towards them. Mm-hmm. I think the child is the first grandbaby in that family.
Mm. So. Yeah, well, more power to her and her husband.
Yeah, I need to look into more of the
I wonder if
royal tree.
So once she gives it up, she can never get it back. Is that kind of how it goes?
So under current Japanese imperial household law, a royal who gives up their status cannot regain it. This is particularly relevant to female royals who marry commoners and forfeit their place in the imperial family. So she can't ever get it back. What
an act of pure love, right?
And just wanting, I guess, out and wanting to be a normal person. Yeah. I mean, I also read they bought a house, Connecticut or somewhere, I think $1 million house or $1.3 million house. So she's doing well. It's not like she's like begging in the streets of New York.
No, but I mean, I would imagine that's a big decision.
Yeah, it is a big decision. But
yeah, it's your identity, right?
Yeah, but you're still being looked at. You're still being judged.
Everybody lives in their own cage, though.
Yeah, but if you're in New York, nobody knows who you are.
True, but you also has to. What I'm saying is everybody lives in a cage.
Yeah. With social media now and everything now, everybody does live in some type of cage.
Yes, some type of cage. Just depends on which one you are born into and which one you create yourself and which one you decide to move into. I'm really curious who just lives free. Is there anybody that just lives free that we can think of? Like
people that live off the grid, like in the freaking jungle and stuff, that don't pay taxes, they don't pay for electricity. Those are people that live free. There are people that live free. We just don't know about it because
I don't know. That has like no desire for me to live like that. That to me is a cage in itself.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I
think it really is up to the person, right? You could be somebody that is totally fine with living the life that they have, not having the money, not having the riches, not having that title, just doing what they want to do. Like if you want to freaking love somebody that's a commoner, that their mom has freaking debt, that's on you, you know? But I think and this is what Princess Mako wants to do. She wants to live a normal life. She wants to
So
Marry
if
her
I was
college
a princess
sweetheart.
and I gave up my title and my husband will still ask, do you still love me? I'm like, bro, I just gave up my princess title.
Yeah, don't fucking ask me that
Yes,
fucking
exactly.
question because can you? Yeah,
I'm hoping her husband does not question the love that she has for him.
and then what if it like doesn't? And what if this love isn't what she thought it was? Like, can you imagine just sitting there and she'd be like, "Fuck, like I gave this all up for you."
Well, and what if he cheats on her?
Right?
What would you do? What if you gave up your princess title? It's not going so well after 5-10 years.
I would be the fucking evil queen of Japan for sure. I would like, you do not want to see me coming. I would be so mad. Like, it's just, yeah. That would be the biggest scandal ever. I don't know. We're going to have, will we find out? Because she's incognito? I don't know. Now I know who she is. Now I'm kind of like invested in her life. I'm like, what does she do for work?
I feel like if they're really truly in love, it
doesn't matter.
I mean, he doesn't feel any pressure, I would imagine, right?
Like if you just take away the crown and and everything else and the nice big house.
I mean, it is pressure though, because you're like, what if he wakes up one day and he goes, she's not the one for me. How do I tell her?
You watch too much fucking TV. You watch too much TV. But you know what? Princess Mako, like, props to you. You know, gave up pretty much everything for love. And if I hope you're happy out there. And
I wish her nothing but.
Yeah.
That's a huge sacrifice. Huge sacrifice that you're making for him. Him for you. Because like you said, now he's pressured to live up to that, right?
Yeah.
Princess Mako, you go, girl.
Yeah.